Welcome to I'm an Asset podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Brianne Smith.
And I'm Michael Wilson.
And today we are going to just update you on what's going on in Michael's life. It has been quite a bit of time since we have recorded, and that is because Michael has been busy. So we're going to try to update you in pieces because it's just so much all at once. So the first thing I really wanted to update everybody on is the offer process, because you have been invited to multiple campuses. Some reached out to you, you reached out to some, and there was a whole back and forth process on how you went through this offer process. And you actually did sign a commitment recently. So I wanted to just talk about that.
Yeah. What do you want me to start with?
So let's start with, a college reached out to you, and you don't have to say who, but like, how did that process work?
Well, the first college, it was a D3, and it was really easy because they were close to us, and I would say it was very impressive. I think they did I think you would agree, 'cause she went with me, for this one. It was very impressive. Like, they had the whole day planned out. They catered to every need. They had meals for us. They had game tickets for us and everything, and it was just like a whole day, and they had it planned out well. Got to hang out with some of the people from the team, got to see the dorm rooms, hang out in the dorm rooms. Just like really tried really hard to get me there. It's kind of like how it works. And
how did they find you? How did they know you existed?
I sent them game film, but because they were like in town, they had seen me play a game, and they were interested in me.
And they had been at some showcases, I feel like.
Yeah, they've been to showcases. They watched me play during my high school season. So they had seen both club and high school, and they were like, yeah, we're interested in this guy.
So I think what's really important for everybody to think about if they're trying to do this college sports track is, how important was it that you also did reaching out? Or was it solely, colleges are coming after you?
They're not really coming after you, I wouldn't say. Like, they're not going to know you exist, or your skill, or whatever it is that you bring to the table, if you don't first email them who you are, and then continue follow up, send them highlights and videos and schedules, invite them to games, because they don't know where you're going to be. They can't just, if you're playing in a big tournament, they're bound to see you, but you gotta send them your best stuff. You gotta make a good impression on the emails as well. I think emails is like something I had no idea when I was first starting, and then figured out it was honestly the most important piece. Like, you can work, for me, soccer, technically, and condition yourself as best as you can, but without the emails, they're not gonna know who you are. So that's not really gonna do anything. If they don't know your name.
So how did you start? You started off with a list of schools that you were potentially interested in going to, because you had some things that you were looking for in a school. What were you looking for?
Yeah, I just really I would like there to be the campus life is that what you're talking about? So a good campus life, and then not only on the campus, but around the city around the campus has to be, it doesn't have to be nice, but there just has to be stuff to do. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck at the campus all day and all I can do is just stay there. And there's some campuses that kind of force you to do that. They kind of want you to just stay. So they put themselves in an area where there's not really much going on.
We did see some like that along your journey.
Yeah.
Where we as a family couldn't really even find much to do other than maybe go to Zaxby's for dinner.
Get some Zaxby's, or I think it was a cookout, I think is what it was. I don't know.
Okay, so things to do are important. What else was important?
One thing that coaches at the D2 and D3 level, I don't see it as much in D1, but that's not I'm not shaming D1 or anything, but D1 is really they just want to win. And I'm not saying D2 and D3 don't want to win, but they're more kind of culture of the team, and I really like that, how they're not just players on the team and they just see each other at practice and then don't do anything. I like when you can hang out and make friends with the team outside of the game itself. And I think that's really cool. And having culture, like hanging out with your coaches too, like being able to like talk to your coaches about stuff besides soccer is also really cool. Also, majors are important. Having the major that you like, you don't really just want to like have to just be like, all right, this school's good at soccer. I just have to handle this major, suffer through this major for a couple of years that I don't want to do. But I think it's more important, honestly, that you find a fit where you can do a major and the soccer is good. For me, it would have to be soccer, but another sport, make sure that that sport is, you're going to have a good time playing that sport there, but then you're also going to have the career major you want to do there as well. I think that's kind of my three things.
Yeah, those are good. And I think you did a really good job of doing your research because you actually went to all these campuses.
Yeah.
You met personally the coaches and interacted with them. And there were some coaches along the way. I mean, we've been working on this for 3 years. Like, there's been some coaches along the way you've said, I didn't really vibe with that coach.
Yeah.
I didn't like that coach. I don't think I would enjoy being on a team.
That's what
with
I'm
that
saying. Like,
coach.
that's the whole culture thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't vibe with the coach, maybe you can vibe with the guys on the team, but if you can't vibe with the coach, there's not going to be much that you can do there. And then also, I'd add, like she said, I did a bunch of research. We did research together as well. When you're doing the emails, just like a word of advice from me, you have to tailor each email specifically to either the specific coach you're sending to, or if you're sending the same email to all the coaches, which is fine, but specifically for the school. Like, you don't want to just like change names on every email
and send a blanket email to everybody. That's
the coaches are gonna know. Like, you have to send them a specialized email for each one. And I hated that idea. I was like, this is not gonna be fun. It's gonna take hours, but it's worth it. I mean, they're gonna see it, and you're gonna be a step ahead of all the other people that are trying to get recruited from this school if you send them a more professional, specific email.
Did you hear back from everybody you sent an email to? No. And I think what was really cool was to watch you, sending out communication, tailoring it, spending the time, and then people who were interested did respond. And then, then you started engaging and getting to the point where then you weren't emailing, you were really starting to text.
Yeah,
even
that's
the
how.
coaches.
So the team I committed to, which, am I fine to say it?
Yeah.
So I committed to Spring Hill College in Mobile, Alabama. It's a D2 school. Very excited. And me and the coach, like, we first started emailing. I sent out an email to him originally with my schedule, inviting him to games. And then he emailed me back, like, in the next, I mean, they had just started the season, so they were kind of busy, so I was like, it's fine. He emailed me back in, like, within a week. I think it's like 3 or 4 days. And then he's like, do you have a highlight video? I was like, yeah, send him a highlight video. They were interested. It took a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, but I eventually got to go down. But I went down by myself. I want to take you to go see it at some time, but I got to see the campus, got to meet some of the players, got to watch them play a game, got to see the dorm rooms, got to see the locker room, which
you drove around the campus too.
Got to drive around the campus. The city, like, Mobile is like, it's really nice. Like,
and it's really close to the water.
And I liked how close it was to the beach. And the coach told me the guys like to go get an Airbnb over some of the weekends, and just when they're not playing, and just go to the beach, get an Airbnb at the beach. I'm like, that sounds exactly what I want. So like, there's stuff to do. Like, even though it's like 30 minutes away, that's better than 3 hours where we're at now. It's pretty far away from the beach. So
So after, going back and forth, and you applied to the school, you got in.
Sorry, that's what we were talking about. So eventually I had to apply, and then eventually we started texting, and like anything that he needed me to get done, he would text me, he'd check in on me, see how my season was going, how my games were going. And it's just been a great process. They're really great guys. He's fun to talk to, but he's also takes it serious. He's not just like a have fun coach. Like, he wants to win. And
we had a big state cup this last weekend in Foley, and you played a couple of games. You had a couple of good scores.
Yeah, I had the only goals of the weekend. Our team had a very poor performance. It
was a rough weekend.
Yeah, it was a rough weekend. That's all.
But what I was really impressed that the coach from the school that you had already committed to came and watched you play.
Yeah, he
and
asked
I thought
me
that was nice.
The times and the field number I was on, and he came to the game on yesterday, or I guess on Sunday, the second game of the weekend, and he got to see me play, and then I talked to him for about 10 minutes, and then
Yeah,
that was that. It was great.
that was nice. Yeah, we're gonna have to start turning our attention towards getting you down there at some point, but it's still a little early.
Yeah.
You still have like wrapping up club soccer season. You have a couple more things. What's left for you in the fall here?
So we have 2 more tournaments. But
So
yeah,
one in Opelika.
Opelika, and then another one down in Foley again.
It's the showcase.
The showcase.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Well, I'm really excited that you have spent. It was really, really tough.
It was
few months.
Yeah, we spent from, I would say, before the school year started, very like I mean, it'd been like 3 years, but really, really focused very intently on it, and we spent a lot of time, both of us together, on it for, I'd say, like 3, maybe 4 months, but definitely before the school year, and until about last month probably, and then a couple weeks ago we finally committed. So it's just been a hard process, but I mean, I would do it all again.
Any advice on what you would have done differently looking back?
As far as like the recruiting process goes, I should have started communicating way earlier. Like, the only thing that I was doing as far as like trying to get college coaches' attention was going to ID camps. And like, that's good. Like, go to ID camps, like, for whatever sport. I don't know if other sports have ID camps besides soccer, but like, the thing about the soccer ID camps is there's like 100 kids there.
Yeah. So what really stood out was the follow-up with the communication. Or you at some point, you also emailed in advance and said, hey, I'm going to be here.
Email in advance, email him after the game, talk to him, or not the game, after the camp, and then talk to him during the camp, remind them, or not remind them, but I guess like let them put a face to the name.
Yeah.
And just kind of like be professional about it, and be just like make a good impression while you're at the camp, and then continue to follow up. Send schedules, videos. I mean, you just gotta, I don't want to say overwhelm them, but just make sure.
You gotta work it, though. You gotta work it.
You gotta make sure they know who you are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, really, really good job. Well done. Congratulations. I'm glad you got soccer school. And
you're saying like it's all me, but you helped me a very large amount. So.
I am so thankful that you were in the state of Alabama.
Can I just be honest? Didn't want me to leave.
And it was okay that you're not in Montgomery. I mean, but you're close enough.
Close enough so you can go still watch the games and not be too cold.
Yes. So we're really excited for you. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, next time we've got more to update you on. So we'll see you soon.
See you.